Hi, this is Brooks Compton, Mayor of the City of Centerville. The Centerville City Council on September 19, 2016 just completed its 16th meeting, and we started our meeting about 7:30 p.m. and ended about 9:15. The meeting was called to order, and the invocation was given by Pastor Tony Miltenberger from the Centerville United Methodist Church, which was followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. We took the roll, and all members of council were present this evening. We took action on previous council meetings, August 15, 2016 and August 29, 2016. And we also took action on our previous work sessions, which were August 15, August 29, and September 12 of 2016. All of those minutes were approved as submitted by our Clerk of Council, Karen Andrews. We had no communications this evening, and we were fortunate that Chief Bruce Robertson was present to give the Life-Saving Award to two of Centerville's finest, the officers Doug Train and Ben Minch, and also to Michelle Doyle from the Kroger Little Clinic over here at the Kroger Marketplace behind us here on State Route 48. They were awarded the Life-Saving Award. An individual suffered a cardiac event at Kroger's, and the police officers, Officer Train and Officer Minch, were called, and they, along with Michelle Doyle, saved the life of the individual at Kroger, and they received the Life-Saving Award this evening. We were very fortunate to have them here. That's just an indication of the fine work that our police department does all the time. We're very fortunate to have they're accredited nationally, and very pleased with the work they do consistently for the citizens of Centerville. Our meeting, we had three proclamations. One was Constitution Week, one was Prostate Cancer Awareness Week, and then proclamation for Diaper Need Awareness Week. And Sarah Williams from Hannah's Treasure Chest here in Centerville, she gave a presentation on the need and how this is not, diapers are not a product which can be used for any sort of public assistance, that those items need to be acquired with their own finances or by receiving some assistance. And Hannah's Treasure Chest does a great job. They're located on West Park. They just acquired a 3,200 additional square feet, and they have a very nice operation. A number of members of our community participate as volunteers, and they do a great job of providing assistance to many needy families throughout the area. Also, we're fortunate that Jan Prettyman and Tom Wheeler from the City Beautiful Commission presented the Summer Landscape Award winners. And in this case, we had the Centerville Community Pride Award was given to Mr. Ben Forshey, who owns the Centerville Service Center at 140 North Main Street here in Centerville. He was very appreciative of the award, and we're really appreciative of the work that he does at his location. He's really done a great job of improving the look of the Centerville Service Center here in the middle heart of Centerville. We also had the Summer Landscape Award winners, Marcia and Mike Albers, John and Gail Havert, Robert and Betty Ann Perkins, Rob and Connie Lawman, Jack Curtis, Beverly Kramer, and Patricia and Bryce Nickel. And we also were fortunate tonight to have the Mayor's Award, the Mayor's Award, at the recommendation of the City Beautiful Commission, Ted and Jan Frederick, who live in Island Lake Court back in Rose Estates neighborhood. They've won the Landscape Award. They've been a Landscape Award winner many times, and this year they're winners of the Mayor's Award at the recommendation of the City Beautiful Commission. So I was very pleased to award that, and as always, Jan Prettyman does a great job with the commission, and Tom Wheeler was here tonight to assist, and it's really a very active and very good committee that the city has. After that, Steve Feverston from the Centerville Washington History, as the president of that organization, he came and gave about a 15-minute presentation on all the new projects that Centerville Washington History is participating in, different modules that they're making available for schools and activities and other entities throughout the community. And if you have any interest, which there's a lot of interest in this community for the Centerville Washington historical perspective, Steve Feverston and Vicki Bond there at the Centerville Washington History are the people to get in contact. They do a terrific job. We had official reports, had a relatively brief mayor's report this evening. Talked briefly about Food Truck Friday. Mary Ellen Lee and the Heart of Centerville did a great job with organizing this very fun event this summer. They had 4 from June, July, August, and September. All events well attended. and it really turned out to be a nice event. We're looking forward to building on that next year. Belinda Kenley, our deputy mayor, was instrumental in working with Mary Ellen Lee to put that on the summer schedule, and it turned out to be a very good event. Kristen Gottman from the city, she did a great job with the concert summer series, and that was very much appreciated. Councilman Palcher talked a little bit about what great attendance we had during the concert series this summer, and again, that's become kind of a tradition now in Centerville for many good concerts on nice, comfortable Sunday nights and occasionally a Saturday night if Elvis is there. Other members of council made presentations. Mr. Beals, Councilman Beals, talked briefly about Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission, and Mr. Palcher talked about the summer concert series again and gave some of the details of that. The council acted tonight on a report of the Planning Commission, and that was a record plan for consolidation of adjoining lots on Thomas Paine Parkway for the development of a new office building there. Planning Commission gave a unanimous recommendation to approve that record plan, and council approved that unanimously this evening. We're looking forward to that new building on Thomas Paine, a very nice building to be a real addition on Thomas Paine. Standing committee reports, we had no standing committee reports, and we had no other presentations from official reports this evening, so we went on to our consent agenda. And we had 4 items on our consent agenda. A standard item which deals with determining and accepting rates determined by the Montgomery County Budget Commission, and Jonathan Hudson, our Director of Finance, gave a brief report on that. That item was approved unanimously during our consent agenda. Then we had one which was in a local inspection of bridges. That was approved. Then we had 2 items dealing with the settlement of issues with respect to Sugar Creek and providing fire and EMS protection for the areas which are annexed to the city of Centerville, which includes the Cornerstone development, but also other areas that have become part of Centerville that also are part of Sugar Creek Township. Our city attorney, Scott Liberman, gave a pretty thorough report on that, and both of those items were approved, so that we're complying with the settlement agreement which was reached in August to resolve the issue for the fire and EMS and also for the TIF litigation. We had no old business this evening. Patrick Hansford, who lives here in Centerville, gave some comments regarding an item in front of the park board, and there was no new business. We adjourned the meetings, and we did head to executive session after our meeting was adjourned. So you can follow this on mvcc.net to see the full meeting. It was a meeting that lasted about an hour, 45 minutes. Lots of good things in that meeting, so it's worth watching every minute of it. If you have any questions, please feel free to call the city building at 433-7151. And we appreciate you watching the summary of our meeting. And if you'd like to watch the full meeting, please do so. Thank you very much. See you next month.